Hello. Before I carry on with new things, a little housekeeping. This was the 64 I was working on before, and I did not have a marker. So this is a basement find, March 2021. Dead test flashes once. C-L-A-O-K. Socketed. Amen for sockets. But as they say, I know that sockets can be, they can be a point of failure. They can be. I can't wait till I run out of this roll of tape, because for some reason, and I don't know why, it's got the little thing to rip the tape, but it doesn't like to rip the tape. It just doesn't. It does not. Alright. This is not wise, but I'm going to set this down here. And what am I doing today? What could I possibly be doing? But of course, bringing out a 64 that I found in the basement. This one is made in Canada. It is. And it has a little template thing. It's funny, the bottom looks pretty okay. Some scratches. The top, it's got some yellowing. Just a moment. It has a little thing over the function keys. And over the function key, oh, it's for speed script. Previous word, next word, previous sentence, next sentence, previous paragraph, next paragraph, save and load. How funky. Probably it could come off. Anyway, it is there. So yes, definitely the top looks more yellowed. So I am going to stray from what I did the last time. I am not going to open this first. This too was in the basement. Actually, it was found very close. Oh, always check to see if the power switch is on before you plug in the power, which I normally do, which I thought I did. But anyway, I plugged in and then I looked and the LED was on. That could be bad. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm not going to open this one up. I'm going to live on the wild side. Huh. I hear a little something, but I see nothing. Nothing at all. So I will put in the dead test cartridge. And indeed I see nothing. Although it does give a little flash on the screen. And I hear a little something. But anyway, that means I think indeed the fuse is good, but something else is not. So let's take our screwdriver that sort of fits. Because of course, did I pick up the one that fits better after I dropped it? No. I forgot. Opening up a machine like this is always exciting. It's another mystery waiting to be discovered. So, screws are out. My tidy workbench here has just got just about enough space. Oh, oh my. Okay. Keyboard off. What we have here is a dusty original board from, well, most of the chips here are appearing to be either early 83 or late 82. 49th week 82, 51st week 82, 4th week 83. Some of them, of course, don't have, yeah, 4th week 83. Alright, but what do we have? Well, we have nothing, because it wouldn't work. These bigger video things I find easier. Ah, I've been slimed. I think a little bit of this. Oh no, that was already on there. There is, of course, the goober paste, which helps with heat. There is. Anyway, I will put this cover on so that I don't forget to put it back in. Now, I am sure, as sure can be, that the fuse is good, because if the fuse is bad, you hear nothing. Bother. Yeah, the fuse is good. Alrighty. Well, that's comforting. Of course, what do we check first? What could it possibly be? P-L-A. I'm going to take this out. Ow. Now, do I put another one in? Or do I have a bag here with chips in it. It was even in anti-static foam. Oh, I think I have that. You see, this whole thing is socketed. Whew! The bag is not closed. But do I have a PLA chip? No, I don't. Okay. I will close the bag. And, as I say, normally, I would not do this exactly. Normally, I would take the chips out of it and put it into a machine that works. But because the PLA is such a routine failure, I'm going to take this board all by its lonesome. I'm going to steal the PLA. Oh, okay. From it, I'm going to check the pins, check the witness mark, and put it in. Now, do I suspect that this is going to be the magic thing that fixes this? No, not really. But you never know, you know. You just never know. Alright, we have video, we have power, we have changed the PLA chip, and we will probably see nothing. Which is sadly the case. Well, I'll turn that off. What we can do now, just for fun, is take the PLA chip that was in this machine, check the pins, check the witness mark, put it into this other board, and then with great care, get the power out, the switch is off, put the power in, because of course, I mean, just because it didn't work, because I switched the PLA chip, it doesn't mean the PLA chip is good. The PLA chip could be bad. Well, not in this case. The PLA chip appears to be good. Now this board here is potentially one that I could test some things in, but not all. So, do I proceed with this? Good question. Ooh. The connectors are tight. I shall ponder this. I shall. Yes. As I say, and said many times, I have been to the basement. And I'll give you a little hint on some of the things I have found. There are two boxes that I found down there. One, it seems, has ieee cables and other things, and ieee cables were things that were mostly needed for the PET. That was how they connected devices. So the main one had an edge connector, and then it went off to a D connector, and then you could daisy chain things along. There's another box. It has a bunch of interface things, and also at least one of the batteries included ieee-ieee cards, which was a card to give you 80 columns on the 64. And I think there was a bus card in there. And a variety of other interfaces that I think were sort of ieee interface things. But I just glanced at the box and went, yeah, that could be good. But I have not brought it up yet. Anyway, this 64 requires more attention, more investigation. It does. And at this moment, I cannot proceed with it. I really want to find my test 64, which is somewhere on this table, which at this moment contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, maybe 22 things. A couple disk drives, some Vic-20s, some 64s. Anyway, I would like to find my test machine that has all the sockets that I know is all good, and then I can proceed with this original board, which is, it's a 326, excuse me, I should know these numbers, 326298 Revision A, copyright 1982, Commodore 64. I should know. But, you know. Anyway, I shall return, of course, to the basement where there are more things. Oh, there was a 1541-2 down there. No power supply with it. Haven't brought that up. I believe there was another 64 and another Vic-20. Haven't brought them up yet. The Vic-20 is a 2-prong one, and I believe momentarily... Oh yes, I see on here I do have the 2-prong Vic-20 power adapter. Oh, yes. To the basement I shall go. Anyway, well, thanks for being here for this quick look inside this machine, of which we still do not have an answer, but oh well. It's funny, you know, more and more as I work on these things, and I've done it for a while, I really like the little tiny boards that have the super PLA. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't. It almost takes the old friendly Commodore 64 and turns it into a strange beast with a 64-pin monster. Anyway, enough for now. There will be more things to look at, and yes, indeed, I will get this table cleared off. Maybe one day I'll do the thing where I say I will get this table cleared off, and then I'll cut, and then I'll clean off the table, and then I'll sit back down here and I'll go, and it will all be gone. Maybe. Anyway. Alright. More things to do. More basement treasures to unearth. And yes, perhaps I will take you to the basement at some point. But not yet. By the way, the basement is not full of Commodore things. It's full of lots of things. And yes, there are some Commodore things. Oh, yes, there are. Oh, it is endless. Anyway, enough for now. Thank you very much for coming. Stay tuned. We'll see if I can get this machine working. This one, well, with the dead test, it didn't have any flashes. That may mean that it is just one of these normal chips here. And you know what? With a black screen on a 64, almost any bad chip can cause it to just come up with nothing. And then, of course, there are some bad chips that have it come up and look quite fine. It is a mystery always. Anyway, enough for now. I must carry on. Thank you very much. Bye for now. Until we meet again. Keep your stick on the ice. Go Jays go. What else? Go Leafs go. The Blue Jays will be starting their season soon. The Maple Leafs are still, you know, they started off like gangbusters. They've kind of fallen on some not so great times, but they're still doing fine. And then there's the Raptors. There are the Raptors. It's funny, you know, when you get rid of most of the championship team, or most of the people on the championship team leaves, you know, there is some chemistry there that just doesn't just come back just like that. Just doesn't. Alright, enough. As I said before, and I've said before many times, and I'll say again many times, bye for now.